Hey guys, Mike Martinez, and today I had the good fortune of being able to take my grandkids out to the river over here and just see them play and get in the water and have some fun, right? And I got 3 of my grandkids here: Aaliyah, Tatiana, and Mr. Jules. And they're all 5 or 6 years old, and Aaliyah's taking the front, right? And she's come on guys, come on, don't be afraid, let's go, come on, let's do it, And the other 2 were a little bit hesitant, and she yells out, she says, come on guys, if I can do it, you can do it. And that sparked the memory of when I heard one of my mentors say the same thing. Because here's the deal, guys. It was very tough for me to get started when I got started online, and it wasn't really that it was tough, it was just that I was producing such little results. I wasn't really getting any results, and it really felt like maybe this is not something that's meant to be for me. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this, because I kept trying different things, and by different things I meant not necessarily different strategies, but different programs, right? I was jumping from program to program to program. Every morning I'd get up, look at my email, see if the last program I got any sign-ups, and I didn't. And oh, wait a minute, look at this email, looks interesting. Boom, click on that email. And now they're telling me, hey, this is the no-brainer program. This is the program that you put people in front of and it just sells. People will be jumping in left and right. And I bought into that, right? And the fact of the matter is, it felt like, I'm like the last guy that joined the program. Nobody else wants to join, right? And I did whatever I was doing, putting Facebook links over here and over there, going to the groups and doing all this stuff, and nothing happened. So, I got to a point where, again, I felt like, to make it worse, right? You got family and you got friends that are saying, oh, Mike, you're wasting your time with that, man. That's a pipe dream. Just listen, man. Stay with your job. What's wrong with you? Why you always got to be thinking higher than everybody else? Why you always, your goals got to be so much further than everybody else? Everybody's working, man. Just work, right? I was hearing that while I'm while I'm trying to develop this, which did not help, right? So the bottom line is, I was at a mentor's house, and I'll tell you, I was at that point where I was about to quit, right? And we started talking, and surprisingly, he had the same kind of experience. He said, you know what, Mike? I was doing the same thing. I was, caught up in the finding the right program, that I never thought about the mechanics of what I was doing. So I was just jumping from program to program, and then it was a mentor of mine that said, you know what? You gotta build a list. And this is something that, he had, as my mentor, had told me from the very beginning. Build a list, Mike. You gotta build a list. You gotta find a way to provide value, give the value away, build a list while you're giving value away. You get people to know, like, and trust you. And then you have something that you can tap into, right? And I just didn't do it. I don't know. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I can tell you I read the book, and the book said the same thing, right? Multiple streams of internet income, something like that, from Robert Allen. First thing he talked about was build the list, right? Newsletter list. And it just didn't happen for me. But here's what really kind of turned the switch in my head. That day that I was speaking to my mentor, it was a Thursday, right? And the next day, Friday, there was going to be a launch of a program. So he takes me over to his autoresponder. He logs into his autoresponder, and he shows me over 200,000 members in his email list. Now, he's been doing that. I think at that point he had been doing it 5 or 6 years, maybe 7 years. So he had built up quite a list. But the bottom line is, he puts together this email. Might take him 10 minutes to put together this email, gets his affiliate link for the program that's about to come out, and says, watch what happens. Boom, he sends that out. The next day, he had over $26,000 in his account because of the sales that came in. And And it wasn't, not everybody bought, obviously, because he had 200,000. But, and it was like a very, very cheap program. I think it was like a $30 program to start, right? $30 to get in and whatever. His commission was small. It was like a $7 or $8 commission. But $26,000, over $26,000 in one day. Over the next 4 days, he made over $60,000. So when I finally got that idea, I mean, that's what really turned the switch in my head. You know what? This is what I need to be doing. And he said to me, listen, if I could do it, you could do it. I was in the same spot you were. I was jumping, not getting any results until one of my mentors said to me, you need to build a list. Make that your #1 priority. Build a list, and then you got capital that you could go out there. You got somewhere where you could go out there. You got a distribution where you could go out there and put the programs in front of, right? If you don't have a distribution, you got nothing. If you just go and open your email, and first of all, here's what I want to tell you. Think about this. You're opening your email to who? To what? To somebody else's list. You're on somebody else's list. They're giving you the email. You're considering the program. It makes sense to you, but you don't have an email list, right? So what are you doing? You're just approaching people one way or the other. But the fact of the matter is, people do business with people they know, like, and trust, and that's why you build the list. You build a list of people that you know what they're looking for. You are providing them value, and now they know, like, and trust you, and now they go out there and they follow you into whatever it is because they trust you, they know you, they like you, right? That's the missing link. So if you're not building a list, if you're just jumping from program to program because, hey, that, of course, 80 million Americans are overweight. Yeah, of course, I know I gotta get some of those 80 million, right? Doesn't work that way. The way it works is the people that are going to, the 80 million that are going to be joining, most likely are not going to be joining on a cold contact. They're going to be joining because they know somebody or they respect somebody that's going to offer that opportunity to them. And that's what you need to start doing. So again, if you don't have a list, make it a priority. That's what you need to do to start changing the results that you're producing. If you change that little thing, if you start tweaking that and start building your list, I'm telling you, that's going to be the difference. So that's the message today, inspired by my granddaughter, Aaliyah. If I could do it, you could do it. And I'm telling you that's what I heard from my mentor, and it worked. And that's what hopefully I'm passing on to you. If I did it, you can do it. It's a matter of knowing the strategies. Now, underneath this video, you're going to find that there's a list building program. It's a complete list building program, and I'm telling you, it's something that it's worth taking a look at. All right, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's $27. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing, you know what? You decide you don't want to do it, that's fine. But you know what? You're joining the next $50 program to be nothing but frustrated because nobody's joining the $50 program. But if you go out there, I'm telling you, this is how you start writing your own paychecks. You start building that list. So the program, the link that's underneath, that's going to show you how to do that. Take a look at it. If it's for you, great. If it's not for you, then, find another way to build a list. But I'm going to tell you, the #1 priority you should have is list building right now. If you're struggling, if you're not having the steady income that you want, then it's because you don't have a list. I'm telling you, build your list. Mike Martinez, let me get back to these kids, and I will speak to you soon. Remember, it's your time to shine.